Welcome to the Bird's Nest Podcast. I'm your host, Lucas Flevy, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the Dallas Cowboys loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, what it means for the division, and what it means for the team. Before we get into the rest of today's video, I ask you to subscribe and hit the like button. Support a small content creator looking to make more content. Now, back to the video. Our first topic is the Dallas Cowboys loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, what this implies to the division. Because this is a big division game. These two teams are fighting for the number one spot in the division. And with the Cowboys losing here, it's just giving the Eagles that much more ahead of them in the division. Now let's talk about the rest of the NFC East, which is the division the Cowboys and the Eagles play in. First, I want to talk about the New York Giants, because in my mind, I do not see the likely scenario of the New York Giants coming back from 2-5 and winning the division. If I were them, I would actually start trying to tank so you have a chance for the number one draft pick. Next, we have the Washington Commanders. The Commanders, I'm not going to doubt them this. They're an okay franchise. They're very competitive, and they brought the Eagles to overtime a few times. So this is a pretty good team in terms of the division. But I do also not see them beating either the Eagles or the Cowboys. Next, the Cowboys, they are second in the division. Still in the fight for the division. I don't think they're fully out of it yet. But the Cowboys, I'm not going to deny them this. They are a good football team. They have a good defense, a good D-line, a good O-line, and some pretty good receivers. But here's where the problem is. The Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are a fantastic, wonderful football team. They might go back to the Super Bowl. And they're definitely going to be a playoff force. Which is why I think the Eagles will win this division pretty easily. Now, here's a big problem I currently have with the Dallas Cowboys. First is not getting to the QB fast enough. You had one sack against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is pretty good. They got a good O-line. The Eagles had 3 sacks. So you also got to protect your QB and get to the other one. That's my first point. Point number 2 is man-to-man coverage. The Cowboys do not play good man-to-man coverage. Just look at the photo on the screen if you're watching the video form of this. That wasn't even as wide open as he was. He was even more wide open. The defender caught up to him. And finally, it's just protect your own quarterback. Dak Prescott is definitely not a bad quarterback. He's also not the best quarterback. But you still need to protect your quarterback no matter what. It is one of the most valuable positions in football, if not the most valuable position. And to see him get sacked a lot is not that good. Now, Cowboys, your schedule has been pretty easy so far, but it's going to get a bit tougher, so let's go over the rest of their schedule. Next week, Week 10, they will be versing the New York Giants at home, and I'm just going to come out and say it's a win along with Week 11 against the Carolina Panthers. Week 12, I'm going to give them another win against the Washington Commanders. Week 13, we got the Seattle Seahawks. This will be a close one, but I have a feeling the Seahawks are going to win it from a game-winning field goal. Next, the Philadelphia Eagles, another close game like the one we saw on Sunday. I do think the Eagles will win it, but the Cowboys are home this time, so you never know. Next, the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are a hit-or-miss team. They've been off and on. I'm not sure with the Bills we saw against the Bengals. I don't know. Cowboys might get the win there, but I'm still going to give it to the Bills. Cowboys are going to take 2 losses in a row, and hey, now you're going to Miami to versus the Dolphins. This is going to be a tough game. Dolphins are a very high-scoring team, but they have lost to the Eagles and Bills before. So you never know, but I'm also going to give this to the Miami Dolphins. So, 3 straight losses in a row for the Cowboys. And the Detroit Lions. The Lions are a really weird team. I think they're going to take the NFC North, and I could make an entire video on them. They are a very crazy team. But I think the Detroit Lions are going to hand the Cowboys their final loss of the season. Yeah, bold prediction. Week 18 against the Washington Commanders in Washington at FedEx Field. I'm not sure. Commanders have been pretty good at home, but I'm still going to give it to the Cowgirls to take home the win. Well, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time on the Bird's Nest Podcast.